Welcome to Hazel's Heroes for May 1989. Remember, Hazel's Heroes is a program that's jointly sponsored by the Hazel Park Schools and the Hazel Park Lions Club to recognize elementary students for outstanding behavior. This can be outstanding achievement, it can be outstanding citizenship, and generally we found that a lot of these students are just good students who act the way most of our students do. We're going to start with Longfellow and Clark School today, and I think we'll start over here at this end with this young lady right at the end here. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Penny Wysocki.
And how old are you, Penny?
12.
12. How do you like being 12?
It's okay.
Would you like to be 3?
No.
You'd much rather be 12, right?
Yeah.
And how long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've always gone to school here, right?
Yep.
Okay. And who's your teacher at Longfellow?
Miss Good.
Okay. And that's 6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go on to junior high?
Yeah.
Are you anxious about that?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yeah.
What do you think is good about going junior high?
Oh, you meet new people.
You like meeting new people?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Yeah. And there's lots of sports.
Are you a sport person?
Yeah.
What are you going to play?
Hopefully volleyball and cheerleading.
Are you a cheerleader now?
I tried out in it for 7th grade.
Okay. So you've already tried out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. So you get to be a cheerleader, huh?
Yeah.
And why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I get good grades and I help different teachers out for different things.
What do you do when you help teachers?
I go to Miss Birchie's class and for service squad, and I have to do things like wash the tables for her and put chairs up.
And you're a service squad girl?
Mm-hmm.
Service squad person, I think, because there are boys service squad persons, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a service squad person. How'd you get to be a service squad person?
She asked for volunteers, and I volunteered.
Who asked for volunteers?
Miss Birchie.
Miss Birchie, and she came in your class and asked for volunteers to help?
She asked Miss Good. Miss Good had a list of teachers, and you just raised your hand if you wanted to help.
And why did you choose Miss Birchie's class? She has little nippers, right? She has little preschool kids?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you choose her class?
Because I like little kids.
You do?
Yeah.
You have little brothers and sisters?
No.
That's why you like little kids. Okay, good luck to you when you go on to junior high. Okay? Maybe we'll see your name in the paper for being a star volleyball player. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Carol Longo.
And how old are you?
11.
That's a tough question, isn't it? They get harder, I want you to know. And how long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
7 years.
So you've always gone to school there, right?
Yeah.
And what's your favorite thing to do in school? Do you have a favorite class?
Math.
Math? What kind of things do you do in math?
Right now we're doing fractions and decimals.
Okay. And multiplication and addition and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. That keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You have to do, when you do fractions, you have to know how to do all the processes, right?
Yeah.
You have to know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide.
Yeah.
Because they're all involved, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they make school hard. They make you do all that stuff together, right? Remember when you just had to know how to add?
Mm-hmm.
And then they introduced subtraction.
Mm-hmm.
Then they did multiplication. Then they did division. Kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
I noticed on the write-up that it talks about you being a pop person, a good pops person. What is pops? Can you tell me what pops is?
Power of positive students.
Okay. The Power of Positive Students. And Longfellow has a program that recognizes positive students, right?
Yeah.
If you're caught doing something good, you get a Caught You Award, I think.
Yeah.
And if you do good things, you can even get an award, right?
Mm-hmm.
And do they have assemblies?
Yeah.
How often do they have assemblies?
After you get your report cards.
Okay, so every 10 weeks they have an assembly and they give out their Pops Award?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever gotten an award?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get an award for?
I don't know. Your teacher picks you every week. Every week, Mr. Kumpla comes into the room and he hands the awards out.
Oh, he does. So you get immediate rewards within a week, right? Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I help out with Miss Birchie.
And how did you choose? Same way that your friend did here?
Volunteered.
You guys are from the same class, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You volunteered. And what kind of things do you do for Mrs. Birchie?
We stack chairs and we help out with the kids, like when the teacher has to leave the room in the morning and stuff.
Okay. You help them, during the winter, you help them get their coats off and their boots off and all that kind of stuff. Huh?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, why did you choose preschool?
I like little kids
You
too.
like little kids, too. Do you have any little brothers and sisters?
No.
Oh, see, that's why. I betcha. What are you going to do at junior high? Are you anxious to go to junior high?
Yeah.
What?
Cheerleader.
Oh, are you a cheerleader, too?
Yeah.
You guys kind of come hooked together here?
Yeah.
At the shoulder, huh? Okay. Good luck to you. Are you going to play volleyball, too?
No.
Oh, you're not. Okay. So, Miss Wysocki over there is going to be by herself playing volleyball? Probably
I guess so.
Probably not. Good luck to you when you go on to junior high. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Richard Wright.
And Richard, you go to Clark School, right?
Yes.
And how long you gone to Clark?
4 years.
4 years. Okay. Where'd you go before you went to Clark?
Oh, in 3rd grade I went to Clark, then I had to go to Ford, then I came back to Clark.
Okay. How you like Clark School?
It's good.
Who's the boss over there?
Mr. Barlow,
Mr. Barlow. You ever get in trouble with Mr. Barlow?
very often.
Not very often, huh? Well, that's good. That's probably why you're a Hazel hero, right? Because you don't get in trouble very much. And what grade are you in?
4th,
4th? And how old are you?
10.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Kenyon.
And tell me why you're a Hazel hero.
Mr. Cox picks up kids to help in the lunchroom with the tables and trays and everything, and Mr. Barlow always sees me all the time, and I'm never getting in trouble.
Okay. So Mr. Cox is the custodian, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he has you guys help him after everybody's gone, picking up the trays and
Yes.
things that people leave around. And Mr. Barlow or Mr. Cox always looks for somebody who doesn't cause problems.
Yep.
You also help Mr. Knapp, don't you?
Yes.
What's Mr. Knapp do over there at your school?
He's a learning center teacher, and he tells me to put up the chairs and take them down in the morning. And every Friday he has like a cupboard full of toys and stuff for the other little kids that come in,
Mm-hmm.
and every time they get be good, they get a chip in their folder, and every Fridays they have to open the thing up and get to get something.
Oh, wow. So you get to work in Mr. Knapp's
Yeah.
room. What does a learning center do? Do you know what it does?
It helps you with your reading and math and English and stuff.
Okay, so it's available to students who have difficulty in the reading process and in math, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can go right to their own school and get that kind of help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you do a good service in there. I bet you Mr. Cox is happy with you. And
Yes.
Mr. Knapp is happy with you, right? Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Kenyon.
Okay. And I think that the lady next to you also is in your class, right? And Miss Kenyon is her teacher. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Melissa Perez.
And how old are you, Melissa?
I'm 10.
You're 10. And you're in Miss Kenyon's class. That
Yes.
means that. Are you in 4th grade, too?
Yes.
Okay. How you like being in 4th grade?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. What would you rather be in? 3rd?
No.
5th? You're going to wish your life away, right? You want to be older?
Yeah.
Why would you like to be older?
Because I have to take care of my little brother,
Oh, you do?
and I don't like it.
You don't like taking care of little brothers?
Mm-mm.
How old's your little brother?
6.
6? Well, what do you have to do for him?
I have to watch him and help him do stuff, and
What do you help him do?
I help him clean.
Clean.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like he's helping you. What does he clean?
He cleans his room.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
But he's only 6, so he probably doesn't clean it real well, right?
No.
And that's when it becomes your job to help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's reasonable. What kind of things do you have to help him do? I think
Sometimes.
6-year-olds can do lots of stuff.
Yeah. He doesn't wash the dishes well, so I have to help him do
He
that.
doesn't have the dishes in his room, does he?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so now he's in the kitchen. Does he
Mm-hmm.
work too? And you make him do the dishes?
No, my mom does.
Oh, your mom has him do the dishes.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you supposed to be doing while your brother's doing all this work?
Doing my work.
Doing your work too, huh? Oh, so you'd like to be older because that means your brother would be older and then he wouldn't need so much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you'd like to be like 25, right? 15? 15 be all right? That'd put you at the 9th grade, I guess, right? Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. I remember when I was 15. That was a long time ago. Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I help in the kitchen with Mrs. Roberts.
No, wait a minute. You help in the kitchen at home, right? With your brother. And then you come to the kitchen and you help Mrs. Roberts.
Yeah, I help her at 12 o'clock and I pass out food and I wash the trays.
You wash the trays?
And the tables and drain the sinks and stuff like that.
Well, you could get your brother to do that, right? Because he's doing dishes.
No, I only 4th grade and up.
Only 4th grade and up.
Some, when like Emily's or Lisa's absent,
Mm-hmm.
She gets a 3rd grader.
Oh, I see. And so you help Mrs. Brown, is it?
Mrs. Roberts.
Or Mrs. Roberts clean up and take care of all the things that are in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. And you wash the trays when
Yeah.
everybody's all done? Well, that's quite a job. How'd you get that job?
My friend Melissa quit and I worked for her. I guess they wanted me to work and so I did.
Do you have dishpan hands?
Yes.
You do? All right. We appreciate that kind of help because we know that lunchtime is really tough, isn't it? Getting everybody serve food and things like that.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for helping. All right. There we have it. Hazel's Hero. Our next group of heroes come from United Oaks and Hoover School. I almost forgot it again. And we're going to start right here with this young lady in polka dots, right? Do you like polka dots?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you have any other clothes that are polka dotted?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. So you really do like polka dots, huh? Pretty fancy outfit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What's your name?
Carrie.
And your last name, Carrie?
Adrian.
And how old are you?
8.
8. What grade are 8-year-olds in?
2nd.
2nd grade? How do you like 2nd grade?
Good.
Good? What do you do in 2nd grade? Can you kind of tell me what happens during the day while you're going to school? What do you do when you first get there?
We can do our work sometimes. And then Tuesday mornings we go to gym.
Mm-hmm. And who's your gym teacher?
Mr. Leanounce.
Okay. And then what do you do in the afternoon? What kind of work do you do? Do you have math or something like that?
Yeah, math and reading.
Math and reading? Okay. What's your very favorite thing to do in school?
Math.
Math? What kind of math do you guys do in 2nd grade?
Multiplying and adding and subtracting.
No kidding, you do multiplying?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know your multiplication tables?
Mm-hmm.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
No kidding. How'd you learn all those already?
I don't know.
Was it hard to remember them?
A little.
If I gave you a hard one, would you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I bet you would. Do you know what 3 times 5 is?
15.
That's very good. You do know those multiplication tables, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tell me why you're a Hazel hero.
'Cause I help do errands and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I get my work done every day.
Yeah. I remember reading that they said that you're dependable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what dependable means?
Mm-mm.
What do you think it means?
A good worker.
Mm-hmm. That's part of it, isn't it? I think dependable means that if somebody says to you, I'd like you to do this, and you say, okay, then it gets done, right?
Yeah.
We can rely that you're going to do what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's really an important trait to keep. You know that?
Yeah.
You keep up the good work, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your teacher in school?
Miss Condor.
Okay. You'll be 3rd grade next year, right?
Yep.
Do you have a teacher that you'd like to have?
Miss Goodman.
Okay. Why would you like her?
She's nice.
She's nice, huh? Maybe she's mean when you get her. What would you think? Probably not, huh?
Yeah.
No, probably not. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Mary.
And you're from Hoover School, right?
Right,
What's your last name, Mary?
Hanson.
And how old are you, Mary?
I'm 11.
11. What grade?
5th.
5th. And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Hall.
And how you like 5th grade?
It's all right.
It's all right. Much rather be in 6th grade, right?
Right.
And do you have a teacher that you think you might get next year?
Mr. England.
Mr. England? All right. Who teaches 6th grade over at Hoover, do you know?
Mr. England and Mr. Morrison.
Okay, so you're going to have man teacher, doesn't matter how, right?
Right.
Because they're both 6th grade. I thought they were both 6th grade teachers. Okay. How long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
Well, I've gone to Edison, and this is my first year at Hoover.
Oh, you moved from the Edison area over to the Hoover area?
Right.
And well, tell me what school you like the best.
Probably Hoover.
That's a good girl, Mary. Good girl. Okay. Now, Mary, why are you a Hazel hero?
One day I was riding my bike, and there was a little kid. He was he got his shoelace caught in his bike, and I stayed with him. And then a car pulled around, and it was Mrs. Chamberlain. And she says, "Will you stay with him?" And I says, "I sure will." And so then she turned around, and she untied his shoe for him.
Okay.
So, and then he went home and changed his pants.
Yeah, well, it's a real fix when you get your pants or your shoelace stuck in the chain, right? Because
Right.
sometimes you get stuck on the wrong side of the bike and can't get it out yourself, right? And you can't make the bike work and things like that, especially if it's a little guy, right?
Right.
And so it's something, if somebody stays with them and they're kind and they're supportive, they don't feel as bad, do they?
No.
Was he crying when you saw him?
No.
Was he getting ready to cry?
He just said to me, he says, "Mary, will you come over here and try to help me?" And I says, "Yeah." And but I couldn't get it undone, so Mrs. Chamberlain finally came.
Okay.
Because I guess she was working in the school, and so she helped him.
Well, that was good, huh?
Yep.
Now tell me, what is your school day like? What do you do when you go to school?
We first have we have morning work, and then we have reading, and then we have language and spelling, and then in the afternoon we have math. Then our teacher gives us a study time, and then after that, about a half an hour later, we have an activity to go to, like gym or art.
I see.
So.
And who's your gym teacher over at Hoover?
Mrs. Chastain.
And what about your art teacher?
Miss McMullen.
And you have art once a week and gym once a week?
Mhm.
And by that teacher, right?
Right.
You also have music, don't you?
Yeah.
And who's the teacher then?
Mr. Diedrich.
Okay. So you have a pretty fun time in school, huh?
Yeah.
One more year and then you go on to junior high, right?
Right.
All right. You can hang in there one more year, right?
Right.
All right. Now, our last hero of this group is another student from United Oaks, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, what's your name?
Aileen.
Aileen? And what's your last name?
Toutant.
And how old are you?
7.
7? Is that first grade?
Mm-hmm.
What's this red mark on your hand here? You been writing on
And a
yourself?
stamp.
Oh, it's a stamp for lunch, right? And that means, I think in the elementary school, you get 2 choices for lunch, right?
Mm.
What were the choices today? Do you remember?
Yeah, box pizza. Turkey with dressing.
Okay. And what did you choose?
Turkey with dressing.
Oh, you did. You didn't choose the pizza? Ah, okay. So every day you get a choice of whether you want one thing or another. You always have 2 choices, right? Okay, and you
Not always.
Not
but
always? Usually. Yeah, well, I think we try to make it usually, right? How do you like first grade?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Who's your teacher?
Miss Pedinsky.
And what do you guys do in first grade?
We work and we do math
Mm-hmm.
and phonics.
Tell me what phonics are. Can you tell me that?
Stuff when there's words, like you have to write them with the picture is.
Okay. Every word has like a sound, right? And you have to learn what those sounds are, right? And then you have to do blends. You guys probably know about blends. And then the vowel sounds and things like that. And it all helps you learn to read, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. And you like phonics? Good. What else you do in school?
We,
Go to gym?
yeah, we go to art
Mm-hmm.
and we go to library.
Library? What do you guys do in the library?
we pick out books, and if you don't have your books, we sit at the table and do a picture.
Ah, okay. And do you get to take the books home? You do?
Bring them back every Friday.
I see. So you can take a book home and you keep it for a week. Do you take books home?
No,
Not very often, huh? Tell me why you're a Hazel hero.
because I stay after and wait for my brother, and I wash the board and clean desks.
Okay. Your brother is how old?
8.
8. And it's necessary for you guys to walk back and forth to school together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And while you're waiting, some people just wait and goof off, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you make good use of your time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teacher also says you get all your work done.
Yep.
You work real hard, and you're conscientious, right? Meaning that you make good effort all the time. We're glad to have people like you in our school, you know that? I'm sure when you grow up, we'll be equally happy, right? Okay. There we have it. Hazel's Heroes from United Oaks and Hoover, right?
Right.
Our next group of heroes come from Roosevelt School and from Edison School. And I think I want to start down here because no one knows where I'm going to start, right? Always make it a surprise. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Cynthia Matthews.
Cynthia?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you, Cynthia?
11.
11? And what grade does that make you?
5th.
I like 5th grade.
It's okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I'd rather be in 6th.
You would? How come?
Because we have a man teacher, Mr. DeSantis,
Mr. DeSantis, right.
and you get to do lots of science projects, and you get to go camping.
Oh, you like camping?
Mm-hmm.
Do you go camping ever?
Only for the school and for my church,
Mm-hmm. What church you go to?
Calvary Baptist.
Mm-hmm. And they take you to camp?
Mm-hmm.
They do? Do you live in tents and things like that?
No, we have dorms.
You have dorms?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go to camp with Mr. DeSantis' class, I think they have tents, don't they?
We don't spend the night because last time they had tents that they sort of got wrecked.
Oh, they did?
Because the boys kept coming over and making weird sounds by the girls, so they can't spend the night anymore.
Well, that makes some sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And how long have you gone to school in Hazel Park?
6 years.
6 years? Okay. So you've never gone anyplace else, right?
No.
Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
I got selected by 3 teachers. My school teacher because I had the most improved report card. My music teacher because I always listened to directions the first time. I always try to learn new songs, and I always help out in our choir programs.
Okay. And who's the other teacher?
And Mrs. McMullen, our art teacher. I always use my time wisely and always I forgot.
Complete the project?
Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty good. You memorized all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What was your report card like? You said you got the most improved report card, right?
Yeah.
What kind of grades did you get?
I got B's and C's.
B's and C's? And that's an improvement. And how did you get that improvement?
By working hard and always finishing my work on time.
Do you have homework?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, Mrs. Smith does give homework, right?
Yes.
And Mrs. Smith is your teacher, right?
Yes.
Okay. And by getting your homework done, it does help, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and working hard and using your time wisely, right?
Right.
One of the most important things is that you've got to try as hard as you can, right?
Right.
And if you try hard, improvement comes, right?
Right.
Good for you. Good for you. We're glad to have people do better in school by finding out that effort really does help, right? Now, I see on your hand you got 1 and 2. Does that mean you're going to eat 2 lunches?
No.
It doesn't? It means you get are you having box pizza and turkey too?
No.
Oh, what's your selection today?
Box pizza.
Oh, box pizza. Is that what you're going to get? Is that number 2?
Yeah.
Okay. What's number 1 for it?
It didn't wash off.
It didn't wash off from yesterday, huh? Well, then you could, but they use different color, right? So you can't take them out. Okay. I was just thinking you could go up there and say, I get 2 lunches, right?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Crystal Kiffle,
And how old are you, Crystal?
10.
10. 4th grade, right?
Yes.
I remember reading that. Because I remember that you were spelling bee champ, right?
Yes.
For the whole school?
4th, 5th, and 6th grade.
4th, 5th, and 6th grade. And that's pretty unusual for a 4th grader to be the champ of the whole school, right?
Yes.
And do you remember the word that you had to spell to win?
Well, the girl that I was competing against, she missed on the word unfinished, and I spelled unfinished right. Then I had to spell the word tail, and I spelled it right.
Okay. Did you have a list of words that you had to study so you could win?
Yes.
Okay, so you knew all the words, but you just had to study and study and study, right?
Yes.
How many words did they have for you to know?
I don't know.
Do you think there were 100?
At least.
500 maybe?
Probably, it
Yeah.
seemed like.
Yeah, that's right, I'll bet. How long did you study so that you could do well?
About 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks? All right. Who helped you study?
I studied with myself and my mom.
Okay, your mom would give you tests from time to time to see if you knew all the words?
Yes.
Okay. So it takes some effort, doesn't it?
Yes.
Kind of like your friend here was saying that if you try hard, work hard, sometimes things happen, right?
Yep.
Yep. What is your day like in school?
Well, when we first get in, we do spelling, and then we do reading, and then we do English, and then we go to lunch, and then we come back. We sometimes do phonics, and then we do math, and then we do our Michigan book, and then we do social studies.
Okay. Tell me what phonics is like at 4th grade. What are you guys doing in phonics?
Working with compound words.
Well, what's a compound word?
2 words put together to make 1 word.
Okay. Can you give us an illustration?
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, right? Okay. That's compound word because it's 2 words put together, right? Okay. Any other reason why you're a Hazel hero?
Because I do good in school, and
I think your other teachers, your other special teachers also wrote some things that you do well in your special classes, right?
no, I don't think so. Cynthia had them all.
Cynthia, everybody write about her, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're happy that you were a 4th grade winner of the whole school. Now, now the pressure's really on you for next year, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to do it again next year, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. What do you get in spelling on your report card?
A's.
A's. Okay, do you like spelling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to memorize the words?
Yeah, and their definitions.
Oh, and the definitions too?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That'd be a killer, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be a killer for me. I wouldn't be able to do that. Sometimes I can remember the definitions. I can't always do the spelling. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
I know what lots of words mean, but I don't always know how to get them down on paper. Right? What's your name?
Jessica Young,
And how old are you?
12,
And what grade does that make you in?
5th.
5th grade? Who's your teacher?
Miss Papa Giorgio.
Okay. I like 5th grade.
Okay.
Like to be in 6th.
Mhm.
Who teaches 6th over at Edison School?
Miss Emily and Mr. Wade.
Okay. Who do you think you'll probably get next year?
Miss Emily.
Why?
I just have a feeling.
You just had a feeling, huh? What's your favorite class or subject in school?
English.
English? What do you guys do in English at the elementary school?
You write sentences and you pick the word out that sounds best.
Okay. You mean like subjects and verbs and things like that? Oh, wow. I remember doing that. I don't think I did it in elementary school. I never liked that very well. That's your favorite thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. You like punishment, right? Why are you a Hazel hero?
My teacher told me that I try my best in each subject. And I pay attention.
Pay attention. That's probably one of the most important things to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teachers have lots of information to help us with. And if we pay attention, budget our time, and try hard, good things are going to happen, right?
Yep.
That's kind of like we talked about with another girl on the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
You try your best, do your homework, and homework is always killer, right?
Mm-mm.
You like doing homework?
It's easy.
Okay. So if you do that, if you do your homework and try hard, good things will happen to you in school, right?
Yep.
Good for you. Good for you. We're glad to have people like you around, doing the best they can, working as hard as you can to do the best that you absolutely can, right? Hi.
Hi.
You try hard? See?
Yes.
What's your name?
Veronica Lake.
And how old are you?
8.
What grade?
3rd.
Who's your teacher?
Mr. Lupanek.
And do you have a favorite thing to do in Mr. Lupinek's class?
Math.
Math? What are you guys doing in math?
Take away plus, multiplication, times, divide.
No kidding. You do all those? Do you know your multiplication tables? All of them? If I gave you a
1
hard
through
one.
12.
Huh?
1 through 12.
No kidding. If I gave you a hard one, would you know it? Okay, let me give you a hard one. 3 times 4.
12.
I'm going to give you a harder one. That was too easy. 3 times 6.
18.
8 times 6.
48.
Wow. How did you do all that?
Study.
Studied? Did you take them home and study them?
Yes.
Did you? And you just remember them all like that?
Yes.
And you're in the what grade?
3rd.
In the 3rd grade. And you know all those things, right? Now, can you
Yes.
divide 2 like that?
No.
Or is that's a little harder, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
I help other people.
How do you help other people? What do you do?
Help them with math.
Is math your best subject?
Yes.
So when you're in math and some people have some problems, you can go over there and give them a hand, right?
Yes.
You can be like a teacher helper,
No.
but you do help, right?
Yes.
You know, there's lots of Hazel's heroes that come on our program that do that, and that's the reason they're Hazel heroes, because they're willing to not only get their work done first, right? But then when they have extra time, they help other kids, right?
Yes.
Okay, you keep up the good work. Boy, oh boy, I'm really impressed. I tried to teach my little boy the multiplication tables. He doesn't know them as well as you. You know that? And how
No.
old are you? 10?
8.
8. 8? Oh, wow. He's 10, and he doesn't know them as well as you. You do a good job. Okay, thanks. Hazel's Heroes. Our next group of heroes come from Webster School. All 4 from Webster School at this time. And we're going to start with this guy right down here. Jack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's your last name, Jack?
Kemmer.
And how old are you?
11.
11. And who's your teacher?
Mr. Sasson.
Okay. And Mr. Sasson had some really nice things to say about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
He, if I remember correctly, he said that
He helps me with my homework.
Mr. Sasson does? How does he help you with your homework?
He tells me the directions, what to do.
Uh-huh.
And the next morning, if I bring it in, it's all correct, I, go back and sit down in my seat.
Okay. So Mr. Sasson helps you get your stuff done and be sure you get it right, right?
Yeah.
What kind of homework do you usually have, Jack?
Social studies.
Social studies? What are you guys studying in social studies?
Questions, all that.
Okay. And why are you Hazel Hero, Jack?
Because I help other people carry their bags if they have too much and open the door for them.
Okay, I think Mr. Sasson indicated that you're pretty nice boy generally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said that you can help people find their way around the school because you know where things are, and you're willing to help do that if people are around and need help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're glad to have guys like you.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, you get your homework done. Number 2, you're helpful to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jack. Appreciate the good job that you do with Mr. Sasson over there. We have 2 boys that did kind of something together, right?
Yep.
And your name is?
Tuhang.
And this is your partner in crime, right?
Stan Zimkowski.
Okay. And you guys are in the same class?
Yep.
What class?
6th grade. Business Scripturalist.
6th grade?
Mm-hmm.
And What's your favorite thing to do in 6th grade?
Reading.
Reading? Do you have a specific reading book that you use?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
The Westing game.
The Westing game?
We read all these kind of books.
Okay. And do you like those books?
Yep.
Okay. What about you? What's the favorite thing that you have in school?
Spelling.
Spelling? Like I asked the other girl that was the spelling bee champion, do you have to memorize the words, or do you figure them out because of the way they sound?
Figure them out because of the way they sound.
Do you? Do you take spelling words home to study?
Mm-mm.
You don't. And what do you get on spelling in your report card?
A.
Do you? And you just know how they are because of the way they sound.
Mm.
Do you know definitions and things like that?
When I look them up in the dictionary.
Okay. Do they have a spelling bee over at Webster?
Yeah.
And did you were you in it?
Well, not the school one, but the class one.
In your class?
And I won the class one.
You won the class one. Okay. Tell me why you were Hazel Hero.
Because when it was after school, we went outside. We seen a bag on fire, and
You and Stan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
and we threw it into the water.
So you guys were walking home is what you were doing?
No, we walked out the door and walked around the corner of the school, and the bag was on fire over there inside the wall.
Right beside the wall? Somebody had set a bag.
Mm-hmm.
What, was it a big bag, a lunch bag, or what?
It was a lunch bag.
A lunch bag. And it was full of other stuff, and they had set it on fire?
It's just a paper bag.
Okay. Pardon?
There was a sandwich in it.
There was a sandwich in it, huh? Okay, and it was on fire?
Yep.
And what did you guys do?
We picked up and threw it into the water.
How did you not burn yourself?
Because it wasn't burned up to the root end yet.
Oh, and so you just grabbed it by the end?
Yep.
Who did the grabbing?
I did.
You did? What were you doing?
Helping him, but I didn't pick it up.
Okay. That's pretty fast reaction because, you know, even if it was a little fire, it could have caught maybe some grass on fire and maybe even school, right?
Yep.
So you guys did something really good, right?
Yep.
We appreciate that. We really do, because keeping our schools safe and allowing classrooms to be open is an important thing to do. And we appreciate your fast reactions, okay? Good job, guys. My house ever has a bag beside it and it's on fire. I wish you guys would be around, that's for sure, or my car or something like that, right? Okay, and our last hero from Webster School is?
Richard Carrier,
And how old are you, Richard?
11,
11. What grade does that make you?
6.
6. Who's your teacher?
Miss Riley.
And you'll be going on to junior high, huh?
Yeah.
To Web?
Yeah.
Okay. And you excited about that?
Pretty much.
Pretty much? What do you think would be fun about going to junior high?
It'll be different.
Different. Yeah, you have 7 teachers each day, right?
Yeah.
And that's different. Have you ever been over to Web?
No.
Never have? Never been in the school?
No.
You ever driven by and see how big it
Yeah.
is? It's really big, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you have locker combinations and all that kind of thing to remember, right?
Yeah.
Did you go for the orientation?
No.
Okay. Have they had that yet?
Yeah.
They have, but you couldn't make it, huh?
No.
Well, there's always somebody there to give you a hand if you have a problem finding your way around, because that is a big school.
Yeah.
And are you going to do athletics over there, do you think?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're going to just wait till you get there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why are you a Hazel Hero?
Because I caught girls stealing some gotcha awards.
Okay, I remember reading that. And what's the Gotcha Award?
It's an award when you're doing something good. You get an award, and if you get 10, you get to go to a party.
Okay. That's part of the POPS program, right?
Yeah.
And Webster School has the POPS program. I remember looking at something that we had on TV where they had, they all let balloons go and things like
Yeah.
that when you started the program. And I think we talked about it started at Longfellow School, but it's a Power Positive Students, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that students have positive attitudes. They do better in terms of school.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of times things like what you guys do go unnoticed. And you don't, like these two guys saving the school from probably burning up, that they get caught doing something right. And you found somebody doing something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And they'd taken a whole bag of gotcha awards.
Yeah.
And what'd you do?
Well, I went and told the teacher, and she caught the girl.
Okay, and we got the gotcha awards back, right?
Yeah.
All right. That was good. That was good thinking. I guess the other important thing is that you don't try to do it yourself. You let other people take care of it who's supposed to take care of it, right?
Right.
That was a really good judgment on your part. Glad we have guys like you. All 4 heroes from Webster School. Our next group of heroes come from Ford School. We have 2 heroes from Ford School. I'm going to start here with the guy with a fancy watch. That sure is a fancy watch. Is that a calculator?
Yeah.
Does it? You can really calculate math problems?
Yeah.
What kind of functions? It adds, subtracts, multiplies, and divides?
Yeah.
No kidding. Do you use that when you're doing math in school?
Yeah, sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you use it for?
Math.
I mean, like division.
Yeah.
And who's your teacher?
Miss Shields.
And she lets you use that?
I don't know.
She doesn't know that you're using it, right?
No, she doesn't know.
I see. Okay. What's your name?
William.
William, and your last name, William.
Sagal.
You know, I was real surprised to see why you were a Hazel Hero. Why don't you tell us right off? Why are you a Hazel Hero?
Because I finish my work every day, and I'm the best writer in my class.
Oh.
I help kids in my class,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't miss a day in 2 years.
You haven't missed one whole day of school in
Yeah.
2 years, right?
Yeah.
And we talked about it just briefly before we started talking to you.
Yeah.
And you said that sometimes you miss like a half a day
Yeah.
because you go to the dentist.
In the morning, and I go to school in the afternoon.
Okay, and that's unusual. A lot of kids, when they get a chance to miss school, they just miss, right?
Yeah.
And you haven't missed a day in 2 years.
Nope.
Wow. Now, you said also that you're the best handwriter in your class?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because my teacher says that I'm the best writer.
Are you artistic? Do
Yeah.
you draw? Do you draw?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I copy off pictures.
Okay. But you can copy pictures, so
Yeah.
you have a knack for handwriting and
Yeah.
things like that? Wow. Anybody else in your family like that?
Yeah. My mom, dad, and my sisters.
They're all kind of artistic like?
Yeah.
They have good handwriting?
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay.
My small sister writes a little bit wiggly.
How old is your small sister?
7.
She's 7. Okay.
Yeah.
So she would be a little wiggly, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
they're just learning to write.
She's in 1st grade.
Yeah. So she's just really starting that stuff,
Yeah.
right? Okay. What do you like about school?
Well, I like school because we learn about things, and we learn about things like math, spelling, phonics, and all those kinds of work.
Okay, and you like all that?
Yeah.
That's why you don't miss it?
Yeah.
But you're pretty fun to have in class. Are you always in
yeah.
a good mood?
Yeah.
Yeah, you appear to be always kind of happy and upbeat.
Yeah.
All right. And who'd you say your teacher was?
Miss Shields.
Right?
Yeah.
She's real lucky to have you in class. But I'm going to tell her that you do math on that watch. You know that?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to go right over there this afternoon and say, going to watch this guy. He's doing math on his watch, right?
Better not.
All right. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Corey Gillespie.
And how old are you, Corey?
11, going on 12 in 17 days.
17 days, you're going to be 12?
Yeah.
No kidding. Are you in what grade then?
6.
Okay, so you'll be going on to junior high, huh?
Yeah.
You be going on to Beecher?
I don't know, 'cause I'm moving this summer.
Oh, you moving?
Yeah.
Where you moving to?
Grand Blanc.
Grand Blanc. Well, you won't be going to Beecher then, right?
No.
Kind of far to drive back from Grand Blanc.
Yeah.
How come you're moving to Grand Blanc?
'Cause we've been living in a little house since I was 1,
Yeah.
and it's getting too small for us.
Okay, so you're going to move to a bigger house?
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you going to live in the city? Grand Blanc has some country-like areas. So you're going to have a big piece of property, or is it just...
I don't know.
You haven't seen it yet, huh?
No.
How you like braces? Braces are the pits, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make your teeth nice, but boy, oh boy, I remember my dad had them. They were just the pits, right?
Yeah.
That's what she told me, anyway. How long have you had braces?
Oh, since I think October. I don't
Since
know.
October? Oh, you got used to them.
I'm getting them off soon.
Are you? Yeah, your teeth look like they're almost ready, right?
Yeah.
They're looking good. Why are you a Hazel hero?
'Cause I'm a nice kid and I got real good grades on my last report card.
What kind of grades did you get?
All A's.
Those are pretty good grades, right?
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
Miss Zegler.
And she just wrote that you're just some kind of terrific guy to have in class. You know that? Why do you think that she would say that? What do you do that makes you so nice to have in class?
Well, I'm nice and I don't, I'm not real mean and I don't, like, disturb the class all the time.
Mm-hmm. Kind of mind your own business. Get your work done.
Yeah.
And you smile all the time? A lot, right? A lot? You seem real happy.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. You know that? It is pretty important to be happy. And you seem to be pretty happy with yourself. You're doing well?
Yeah, I won a poster contest.
You won a poster contest?
Yeah.
Where?
For this police. I won $50 in savings bond, and I won $25 to spend at Toys R Us.
No kidding. For this poster?
Yeah.
What was your poster like?
It's like, it was about, say no to crime, you know, and I drew a person, like a person out in the street selling this girl drugs, and she was saying no, you know, and walking away.
Oh, that's good. Just say no to drugs, right?
Yeah.
That's the theme nowadays, is that you have to be real careful just to say no to drugs.
Yeah.
And you got a $50 savings bond?
Yeah, and
$25?
yeah, for
What'd
Toys
you
R Us. I saved up for a new bike.
A new bike?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's neat. That was good, and the $25 helped a lot, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did you get the bike yet?
Yeah.
You did? What?
I got my early birthday money.
Oh, wow. Sounds like you got a pretty nice family. They give you early money to go with your $25.
Yeah, but
Good for you. Good luck to you. We're sorry to lose a guy like you out of Hazel Park, but Grand Blanc will be happy they got you, right?
yeah.
All right. Good luck to you. There we have it. Hazel's Heroes from Ford School. This portion of our program, we have Superintendent James Gibson and Ann Bashinsky, our Community Education Coordinator, to give certificates, a T-shirt, and a sundae free from the 9 Mile Dairy Queen. So on the way back to school, or maybe tomorrow, you can take Mom or Dad and have them drop you off and buy and get a free sundae, right? Free. Mr. G.
Okay. Our first hero is Richard Wright from Leo Clark School. Congratulations, Richard. Melissa Perez from Leo Clark School. Congratulations. Penny Wasaki from Longfellow School. Congratulations. Cara Longo from Longfellow School. Is that correct? Yeah. Cara, I'm sorry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mary Hanson from Hoover School. Mary, congratulations.
Thank you.
Carrie Adrian from United Oak School. Congratulations, Carrie. Eileen, is it two-time? Is that correct? Eileen, two-time? Congratulations.
Thank you. There you go.
Veronica Legg from Edison School. Veronica, congratulations. This way, okay, honey?
Hey.
Well, I confused her. I'm sorry. Jessica Young from Edison School. Congratulations, Jessica. Crystal Cavell from Roosevelt School. Congratulations. Jack Kenmuir from Webster School. Congratulations. Richard Carrier from Webster School. Congratulations, Richard. Tu Hang from Webster School. Congratulations.
Zemkowski.
Okay. Stanley Zemkowski from Webster School. Stan, congratulations.
First chair.
What have I got?
Unless they have one sticker. You got it.
Okay. Corey Gillespie from Ford School. Congratulations, Corey.
And one missing.
Yeah.
Okay.
William Sagarel.
Sagarel.
Sagarel. William Sagarel from Henry Ford School. Congratulations.
We had a certificate stick together. Come on up here.
Cynthia Matthews.
From Roosevelt.
So
We have it right here. Hey. Boy, you thought you were left out, right? Never, never. All right. That's our Hazel's Heroes program for this school year. We appreciate very much your watching and hope that you watch us again next year. Remember, watch for Hazel's Heroes. They're all around. We got lots of good kids out there. Thanks.